Hi guys, and welcome back to the Bristol Prepper channel. Today we're going to be looking at prepping with a baby and the importance of it and how you can get a better shot at obviously prepping and obviously get the best chance you can. So today, first thing we look at is age and your plan. Depending on the baby's age, it's going to obviously totally change your plan and your bug out situation, what you're doing. It's going to totally change it. So the first thing, if you've got a newborn baby, days old, or it cries all the time and it's a nightmare, if you're in an urban situation, you're going to have a real problem, because if you're bugging in an urban situation and there's looters in an SHTF situation or WRL or anything like that, and there's looters or anybody going from house to house, you're knackered, because the baby's going to cry and you're not going to be able to be quiet and obviously stay silent and hidden in your bug out location, because that's what you want ultimately, without no confrontation. If obviously in the countryside you've got no worries, or out in the sticks you've got no worries because nobody's going to hear you, baby. But I'm just saying, it's very important obviously to take in consideration your bug out plans and what your ideas are, because obviously when you've got a baby, it's totally going to change it. Because obviously whether you're going from, you're staying in, you think, oh, if you bug out now, you're going to have a better chance because the looters won't hear you. So obviously just take that into big consideration. Obviously your baby's getting older, into the months and months and months old, they won't cry as much, won't make as much noise. So obviously it won't be as much of a problem, but obviously it's a few things to take in consideration. Your plans will always change, and always renew your plans once a week, every few weeks. Just sit down, think about your plans, think about how your baby's getting on or how your child's getting on, and think about how you can obviously be most safe in an SHTF or bug out situation. Second thing we'll look at is price. Now, having a baby is, whether you're a prepper or not, babies are fucking expensive, majorly expensive. They cost a lot of money. Whether you're buying things brand new or you've got other children and you're obviously giving them the stuff that you used on the last child, it's still going to be expensive. Their food's expensive, everything's expensive, nappies, wet wipes, whatever, they're all expensive. And if you're a prepper, it's even worse, because you've got to prep, and prepping means you've got to buy more of what you've got to then obviously make plans and preparations in place for if SHTF does happen, or WRL or economic collapse, whatever we're talking about, then you've got to have more in place obviously for normal prep, so just make sure you've got it. So this is what obviously a little bit what we're talking about today, having things in place. Price, you're going to have, obviously you're going to have extra clothing for months in advance, because your clothes will be fine, but your missus will, but then your baby's clothes won't be fine. And anybody who's got kids will know they fit for all of about 5 minutes, and then they're into the bigger size and the bigger size again. So I'm not saying go out and buy everything for every size. I'm just saying think about it and maybe make some jumps to buy things in months in advance. Think, oh, she'll fit into that, or he'll fit into that in a few weeks, months, or whatever. It's just good to have that thought in mind, because you don't want to come to a SHTF and the baby's outgrowing what she got, and you've got a couple of feet at the bottom. Do you know what I mean? So she can fit in it. It'll be a massive bastard. So that's just one thing to take into consideration with clothing and that. So yeah, and that's obviously with the price thing. The price is ridiculous. So you don't buy one obviously jar of food like you do normally, one can of food. You have to buy two, obviously to put one away or whatever. So this is what I've got here. This is one of my containers. I've got more, but this is one of them. One of my containers of baby food. As you can see, I've got show you. I've got obviously like all this jarred stuff. I've got loads of jars in there, loads and loads and loads. And then I've got the Farley's Rust little like baby biscuit things. And then some other like banana smoothie like things down there. So it is these aren't for using all the time. Our plan is not to use these all the time, because obviously these will be gone within a few weeks or a week or so or whatever. So it's good to have. There's a banana things there. Show these. They're lovely, and the kids they like those. But it's obviously good to have a good variation, because obviously you don't want the baby getting pissed off with eating the same shit all the time. Obviously we get pissed off with that, eating the same stuff all the time. So it's good to have nice variation. And obviously normally the baby should, if you've got time and the time in an SHTF situation, or a WRL or economic collapse, whatever we're talking about, if you've got the time to prepare the baby's food as well, at your own, obviously like you would normally, like mix it, obviously blend it or whatever, or break it down however you're doing it. If you have got time to do that, great, and you obviously save your jarred canned food or whatever, so for another day. so obviously it's good to, if you can, mix down your food, and you've got the time to do that, that's great, and save this for later, because obviously this stuff is not just good for at the time, so how long this lasts, like say 1 to 3 months in a baby or whatever, you can use this down the line. So even if you've run out of all your food and that, you can still give the baby this, even if she's 2, 3, maybe 4 months older than it should be, because it's nutrients and the goodness that the baby will need, no matter whether it says on there 1 or 3 months. If you've got shit all else to give her, all you got is a bit of squirrel that you've killed, then you want to give her this, even though if she might be too old for it, you get your maybe looting or you look around for supplies and you find some baby food. It's great to use this, even if it does say on there it's meant for 1 to 3 months. If she's 6 months, still give it to them, because this has got amazing nutrients in it and all the vitamins they need and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's just one of the thoughts. And obviously milk is another obviously vital thing. If she is doing it by the nipple, then you're alright. She's breastfeeding, then you ain't got much to worry, because obviously it's always there. It's like a tap, like, it's always there. But if you're doing like we did on the, what do they call it, like powdered milk or whatever, then obviously it's going to cost you even more money, because you're not doing it by the nipple. It's because this shit is expensive. This is about, I believe, £10 per, what do you call it, like cardboard box fucking booth thing. £10 for one of these, and this don't last much more than a week. So obviously, yeah, it's expensive. So obviously you've got to buy all these for all your prepping. You think you want weeks in advance. We do keep many of these, and it has cost me my left toes to buy all of these. It costs a lot of money to keep buying all of these and being prepared. And I know it does say 1 down here. My baby is 3 months, and it's lasted for a year. But like I said with the jarred food, obviously past a year the baby can't eat cow's milk. So if you're on a farm in a rural area, you can obviously feed them cow's milk after a year. They can do it. But on this, even if you've got nothing else to feed, if you ain't got a cow, because not everybody preps a cow unless you're on a field in a farm. But no, if you haven't got that, then obviously you can still feed. If your baby's 3 months, like I said with that, you can still give the baby this, because it still has got the important nutrients and vitamins your baby needs. But these do cost your left bollock. They cost a lot of money to keep buying them and storing them and that, and they also take up a lot of space and all the rest of that good stuff. So yeah guys, that's really it for this video. If you've got any questions, any more questions about baby prepping or baby questions in general, I'm happy to answer them. Or give my best shot anyway. This is obviously not everything I've said is solid. I'm just giving my experience and my take on things really. Same with all my videos. Nothing's like my expert word. I'm not an expert. I'm just giving you my experience and my shot at it really, and see if you guys can take anything from it. And if you can, that's great. But yeah, that's it really guys. As always, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and that, and we'll see how many subscribers we can get. Yeah, comment beneath and tell me what you think. As always though guys, stay prepared, and I'll see you guys another day, another way.